Good morning, friends. I'm still trying to wake up, trying to make myself teary. I'm wondering if I need to fix the curtain. There's a bit of glare. I might need to do that. Hang on a second. The last thing I want to do is lower the light levels, but hey, Murky. How are you, my love? The last thing I want to do is reduce the light levels, but the sun is coming up, like my window faces east. The sun's coming up, which is great. All right, let's start this. I've been playing on Storm Rage just because that character had, this warlock had a little more of the quest line down in Feralas. Oh no, how are you feeling? I've had it twice. I was going to ask you too what you use for. Yeah, that was my biggest symptom, was extreme exhaustion. And that went on even after I was negative. I just saw that, I don't know how active you are inside Tito's, but the big man's got it too. He just posted that. We're going to do a get-together Friday night. Yeah, he didn't say, I think he's okay, because he said, he just posted the test, and he was like, well, I got some time off, so I'll be around for we're going to get together Friday night. So, all right, let's go this way. So yeah, if you want to come, Friday, I guess it would be like, it's 8 p.m. East, so I guess you're Mountain Time, right? I don't know what we're going to do, but we're get together and chat and hang out in Discord. Okay, so 5 p.m. for you. Yeah, so when I had COVID, both times I dealt with the exhaustion, and one thing that I did that really helped me a lot was afterwards, like after I was negative, I went to go find one of those IV places that gives you like the hangover IVs, and get a bag that has like their immune support, where you get a lot of vitamin B and vitamin C and stuff. Like we have one that has what they call their energy bag. And I did that, and it honestly helped me. I feel, for me, it helped me with the exhaustion. I felt so much better after that. And let's be real, most of us are. Oh yeah. Yeah, you go pay like $100 for a bag. It takes, depending on how fast they put the drip in, it'll take like an hour or something, but you'll feel a lot better after you do it, I promise. Even when you're not sick, because most of us are dehydrated anyway. Still with the zapped giants. So yeah, I'm in Decilis right now. I have, no, I'm not in Decilis. I'm in Feralas. Oh, I posted the wrong thing. Let's go. Feralas quests. Got one of the stories down. But yeah, definitely check that out. What else? I really like Alka-Seltzer Cold and Flu, if you can get someone to get you some of that stuff. So I just managed with those types of meds, and it was okay. And thankfully you got, like, this strain is supposed to be pretty mild. Have you had it before? Or is this your first time? All right, let's read this quest. Hey pal, I'm working on a variant of a gnomish shrinking ray using super goblin technology advances in my construction. In an effort to avoid inconveniences for myself, such as death, I'd like for you to try it out on some of the sea giants along the coast here. You should find miniaturization residue on some of them after you shrink them. Bring me back some. Use Sorbin's Ultra Shrinker to zap shore striders and collect 6 miniaturization residues. You will receive 10 gold. That was a lot in vanilla. Is that because it's now? So on Wednesdays, I don't work out and I stream instead. And I needed the rest. I definitely need the rest day. I'm very sore after yesterday. So I'm doing, working on Loremaster. I don't work until 9, so it's 7:20. Sometimes I start streaming a little earlier. Okay, it's your first time. Well, good thing that this current strain seems to be milder, and you're young and you're healthy, so. Even more fuel for the zapping. How are you doing, Force Balance? Hey, Hilarious, thank you for the follow. Alright, if I bet against my own better judgment and stay to run an engineering shop along with the Forgotten Coast, I will need to deal with these pesky elementals. Curse the powers of elementalism unchecked, I say. Fortunately for me and now for you, my hopeful agent provocateur, the elementals represent an ideal source of raw power for my ultra shrinker refinement. Give them the what for, I say. When doing this, though, be sure to save me the water elemental cores. Collect 10 water elemental cores from sea elementals and sea sprays. Okay, got it. My allergies are going crazy. Like, the last 2 days, the second I wake up, go downstairs, just like sneeze fest. So I've took my Allegra, but hasn't kicked in yet. I feel like I sound so nasally. But Travis, I wanted to talk to you about what you use for your microphone. It's going well. Here, I'll show you where I'm at. So I'm working on Feralas right now. I've got one story down. I'm kind of excited to do this one because this is my last name now, Freed. But let's go overall Loremaster. All I have left is the Kalimdor quests, but I have quite a few. So I've got Feralas. I have to do all of Southern Barrens. The Bloodmist Isle quests. And Thousand Needles. And I know that in Bloodmist Isles and Thousand Needles I've done very little. So I've got a lot. Alright, one sec. I was just answering the husband. HyperX Quadcast. Okay, I'm gonna link mine in a minute. I gotta look it up. I have the blue snowball, and I've had it forever. Let me go grab it. I feel like it sounds like I'm in a can. Right? Doesn't it kind of sound like I'm talking in a can? I mean, this room is big, but like the mic is right in front of me, so I shouldn't have that sound so much. And I was looking at some old videos, and I've had this mic forever. Let's go look at my order real quick. I've had this mic forever, and I think the sound has always kind of been like this. find it. I do have a pop filter, but that's not the issue. So I guess it's not as old as I thought it was. I've had this since April 1st. I ordered it April 1st, 2017. This is what I have. I don't know, question mark. When I go like to select it in my software, it only gives me the option to select it or not. Does that make sense? Down mix to mono, that's an option. But yeah, I just think the sound, like, I feel like the sound could be better. That's also me though. I am always looking to improve things. Alright. The forces of the Sentinel Army hold back the Horde across all of Kalimdor. While the war continues in Ashenvale and Stone Talon, our forces are also needed here to protect these remaining wilds and prevent our enemies from gaining further footholds. So we're going to turn in this quest. Alright. I kind of love going back to see these old stories because it's nice to have a refresher. And it's nice, you know, just a reminder. And I don't know. There's a lot of great story that I haven't seen. I mean, I know the general story for the most part, and I'm pretty good on lore, but I don't know. This is good. Alright. Telerin, or Telarin, I don't know how you pronounce that, Teleron, has already sent word of you, Kita. I'm interested in seeing if you're half as skilled as he claims. I'm fighting a war on multiple fronts while keeping our currently held areas properly defended, as well as overseeing the instruction of our youngest sentinels. If you're a decent fighter, there will be plenty for you to do. Alright, we're going to turn in the battle of, or pick up the Battle of Sardor. Our settlement on Sardor Isle, God, reading is hard, was lost to the Hate Crest Naga. Overwhelmed by their numbers, we fell back to the mainland. While we gained Sandbar, we raised new Feathermoon on the shore and amassed an even greater army. Now the Hate Crest will be driven back into the sea. Find our Ancient of War along the shore. He will take you to the front lines where Tambray leads the offensive. Speak with Tambray on Sardor Isle. Alright. I do kind of think that maybe I should do this on the original Clover, the Night Elf Clover, because I think I've done these. I kind of just want to level the Warlock. Although I'm not getting a ton of leveling experience because I've out-leveled this content. Alright, this dude. I'm pretty sure I haven't done this quest though. But yeah, I just feel like the sound could be... I mean, maybe I need to add some soundproofing in here. Because it is still a big open room. So check out my shirt from Real Muscle. It's got... While we're walking. Oh, turn that way, Elkie. A buff Darth Vader. And it says the Force is strong with this one, right? He's got a bunch of really cool shirts. I have another one that's Harry Potter, but it's like super buff Harry, and it says Harry Squatter. Alright. It's kind of nice that I can fly over all these guys. Oh, do I need to add... Sorry. Mounts. Tangled. Okay, it's already there. The Tangled Darkweaver, that's super cool mount. I keep wanting to collect me. I keep thinking that I still have the add-on coconuts, and I have not used that add-on in years. Like, I've used Collect Me, which I don't even know why I still have this on. It creates a macro to do a random mount and a random pet. Which I don't have set up on here. So when I move forward, it will automatically summon a pet, a random pet. All right, the Battle of Sardor. These foul things will be driven back into the sea. I hope you're ready. We're ready. All right. Accept Hate Crest forces. The Hate Crest are fighting fiercely. Their leader's a priority, but we need to kill as many of them as we can. I do have hard floors. Right, yeah, I can just plug it in and that's it. There's no settings or, but yeah, I feel like, yeah, maybe a carpet. Like a nice rug. And then think about that. The Hate Crests are fighting fiercely. Their leader's a priority, but we need to kill as many of them as we can. Go ahead of me. I'll meet you on the battle. Show them no mercy. All right. And then the general. The leader of these forces must fall. The Naga's offensive will be broken with no one to command them. I saw the coward retreat into one of the abandoned buildings here. Cut your way through the others and take his head. Lady Chandris will want to see it for herself. All right, we're gonna kill this dude. All right, here we go. Oh, my blueberry. So this was my very first character ever. Alright, so we're gonna kill this dude. Bye, General. Finish killing these Naga. I have to say I really enjoy starting the day like this. I like working out too. Although lately my motivation hasn't really been there.
Quickly.
Return. Oh, we're mounted.
Out with it.
Lately my motivation hasn't really been there. Part of it I know is because we were on vacation, and then like the 2 weeks between, like not between, but from the wedding to the end of the vacation, yeah, we were just eating like shit, and it was glorious and wonderful. Look at this. He's not flapping his wings. He's just swimming through the air. Like, why? He's just swimming with his legs only. So I feel like for the Tito's gathering, I need to, I think I'm going to make an old-fashioned. Oh, shit. Whoops. A little bit of lag there from the mount. I'm stuck here. All right, jump down. Oh, that makes my stomach drop. But yeah, we have been building a bourbon bar at home. And so yeah, I'm going to make an old-fashioned.
I am listening.
Your valor was mentioned in my briefings, Kita. I commend you. Alright, cool.
Consider it done.
And General, something broke. Wowhead Looter. I probably need to update some add-ons. Good riddance to foul creatures. May the Naga slither back into the sea and never return. You've proven yourself on the battlefield, Kita. I would ask more assistance of you in defending our lands here. Wow, you sure are needy. Just kidding. A highborn mage named Estulan, estranged from his surviving brothers, has built a tower to the east where he trains young night elves in arcane magic. Were it not for Lady Tyranda's recent mercy towards his kind, his execution would be my duty under the law. He will be watched closely, but I will not deny aid to my sentinels simply out of pride. I've sent Sylvia ahead to the tower of Estulan to begin an offensive against the ogres infesting the nearby forest. Report to her for further orders. Alright, let's do it. Good morning! The 6 month, no. Yesterday I was too excited about the Dragonflight drop. What are the deets on the leaked mount? Yeah, I've been kind of off in La La Land myself. A giant... Really? I mean, it's 5 p.m. somewhere, right? I have to tell you guys this funny story. So when we were in Idaho, on our vacation last week, actually, we've already been home for a week. Oh, that makes me sad. I love Idaho so much. And yeah, I had 5 days, 6 days between the wedding and the vacation. Although one of the days, like, they allow us to work what we call a 9-day schedule, so we can front load our hours and take, like, you're not really taking a day off, you're just working the time in 9 days instead of 10. So we went, lately we've really been into old fashions, which I've always loved old fashions, but like kind of reinvigorated my love for them. And we went to this tiny little bar in Idaho City. And Idaho City is technically a ghost town. There's people that live there, and I think I talked about this probably this weekend when I streamed, but just in case, it's a funny story. So Idaho City is technically a ghost town, which is one reason why we went there, because we were like, let's see this ghost town, right? But there are people who live there, and it kind of seems like it might be making a comeback. So it was very popular. It was kind of the seat of that area during the gold rush. There were 20,000 people in the general area and 7,000 people in Idaho City. It was founded around 1862, something like that. Anyway, so there's this bar there called Diamond Lil's. Very cool spot. Lots of locals, really nice people. So we go in, and there were quite a few tourists in there too, but we go in, and we order a couple old fashions. Well, the bartender didn't know how to make them. Okay, I'll shoot you a message. I'll go check it out. The bartender didn't know how to make them, so we were like, all right, it's really easy to make an old fashioned. So John starts explaining to her, and he's like, it's, oh, I should have been killing these guys all along. All right. 2 ounces of whiskey, right? He said it's a double shot, is what he told her, of bourbon. So first of all, she's like, I don't know what bourbon is. Then she grabs a bottle of Jim Beam and she goes, oh, here, this one says bourbon. We're like, bet, run it. Would not be my first choice, but again, we were in the middle of nowhere, so Jim Beam it is. No, where's my breath? So then she gets out. They don't even have like a rocks glass or a highball glass. It was like a juice glass. She fills it with ice and then proceeds to fill it to the top with alcohol, all the way to the top. And we were like, holy shit, this is gonna be some drink, right? So I said, okay, put simple syrup in there. She didn't know what simple syrup was. So someone had to tell her, hey, it's like sugar water. I feel like there's something I need to do on these guys first. Yeah. So she adds the simple syrup and I say, okay, and then 2 dashes of bitters. So she does that, and then hands us the drink, and I looked at John and I said, this is going to be an absolute shit show. So we've got like 4 ounces of whiskey, a little bit of simple syrup, and the bitters. So I asked her, hey, can you please hand me another glass with ice? Because I'm like, I need to divide this thing up, right? Well, it was like a double pour. I mean, quadruple pour, right? It was 4 shots. So she hands me another cup with ice. We divvy up the drink, and one of us had to drive. So, and we were like probably 20 miles from where we were staying. So, in mountain roads. So yeah, someone had to be sober, and I'll be damned if one of us is going to get busted for a DUI in Idaho. So, I look at John and I said, this is going to be a shit show. Like, thought for sure the drink was going to just really, really be awful. Take a sip, and it was really damn good. It was wonderful, actually. So we looked at her and made that girl's day. Told her that it was a really good drink. She said that she doesn't really drink, so that's why she doesn't know drinks. But I was like, how are you a bartender and you don't know an old-fashioned? That's like one of the oldest drinks. That's why it's called an old-fashioned, because it's been around for a very long time. 100 years. Right, yeah, she just said she didn't drink, so she was not aware. And this town, I don't know how many people they get in that bar, probably not very many, all locals, and they probably just order beer. Everyone else in there was ordering from the tap. They had good food, and the prices on the drinks, holy cow. We ordered around, John rang the bell, and she tried to stop him. She was like, wait. If you ring the bell, you have to buy a round for everybody in the place, not just the bar, like the dining room too. And we didn't know there was like, I don't know, maybe a dozen people in the dining room. And John said, that's okay. We had budgeted a lot more for the trip because we were supposed to have this fancy dinner with our family. And then they didn't want us to spend the money on this fancy dinner, so we didn't do that. So John was like, it's okay, I'll buy the drinks, for everybody. So everyone gave us their drink order. Some people declined. So I think we had 2 drinks plus food, and then maybe 20 other drinks in the place, and the whole bar tab was only $150. Their cocktails were like $5.50 a piece, or $6. Yeah, made that bartender's day. Probably the biggest tab she's ever had. I had to tweak the things to stop working on mountain giants. Even though I wasn't the one running around zapping things, those night elves beat the copper out of me after they found those guys shrunk. Okay. Is this person a gnome? Yeah. No, he's a goblin. Okay. Splendifimus. Not only am I glad to see that you've returned with the residue, but also with all your major appendages intact. Well, thanks. That is, well, there was never any danger in using the Ultra Shrinker, and now was there? Wait. That is, well, there was never any danger in using the Ultra Shrinker, now was there? I do appreciate your effort on my behalf, Kita. Truly, you are a friend to goblins everywhere. Accept this as a token of my appreciation. I will take your gold, sir. Oh, my reputation has gotten better. While I could bore you with the technical details of the utility behind elemental cores, I will instead tempt you to completion of this important task by offering valuable coin and prizes for doing so. Jan Verily, are you finished? Yes. What is it with these words? Scrumdiddlyrific. These cores will keep me in working for some time. Add to that the benefit of there now being fewer elementals along the coast, and I might no longer cry myself to sleep at the prospect of having set up shop in perhaps the worst place imaginable. Thank you, Kita, for your efforts on my behalf. While it certainly straps me financially to do this, allow me to show you some gratitude you may understand and appreciate. Loot. Alright. Right. Like, it was seriously, it was fantastic. Alright, Murky, I'm checking out your... Oh, that looks badass. I really hope that's true. That's a tough guy. So Bloke says... Bloke says he's feeling like the steaming heaped up turd that a cow just dropped. Poor guy. Yeah, it was super cheap. So what's funny is like that, I don't know, that town is really neat. Like they have this old cemetery there. I should repost some pictures from last year. They have this old pioneer cemetery that, like, it's just super cool. The graves are, like, I don't remember the earliest one, 1830, maybe 1850. Just, like, crazy far back. There's a lot of, it's sad, you know, because pioneer life was really tough. There's a lot of children and, young people, but it's indicative of how tough it was to live in the pioneer times. And it was really interesting. Like, I don't want to be buried, but if I was to be buried, I would like to be buried in a place like that. Like, there was no real, it's not like how our modern cemeteries where everything is in rows, and like, it was like in the woods and there's all these trees everywhere, and it was just kind of graves like everywhere. So, and I actually came across one, I like tripped over it. And I know you're not supposed to walk on top of graves, but it's literally like, there's no organization and some of them are overgrown. So one thing they did, quick side step, what they used to do is they would build fences around a grave site so that animals and stuff wouldn't go over it. Duluth. Do you mean Duluth like this? Because if that's what you're talking about, that's in Minnesota. Duluth, Minnesota. Yeah. So Minnesota's like more central, and Idaho's almost all the way to the west coast. It's right next in between Montana, Washington, Oregon, and Wyoming, I think, or Utah. But, so yeah, they had these fences. They would build fences and stuff around graves, or they planted trees on top of them so no one would walk over the top of them. So I'm walking and trip over this grave, and it's a more modern headstone. The person died in like 1970 something. And I look down, and it's the maiden name of my grandmother, and it's a very unique maiden name. So I took a picture and did the research when I came back, and it took a while, but I found the connection. That person was married to someone that was from where my grandmother's from. So I was like, okay, has to be a family member. I never met my grandmother because she died when my father was a teenager. But everyone says I look like her. And did the digging, and finally found the relation. So this person, through marriage, okay, so it was a woman. Her husband had a common ancestor with my grandmother. They were like, it was like his great uncle was like my grandmother's great grandfather, something like that. And I just stumble over this grave in the middle of nowhere, Idaho, and find a family member. It was really interesting. Pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool. All right, the Sentinels make up the bulk of our forces here, but a well-rounded Night Elf army requires more than just Night Elves. The creatures of this forest, our ancestral home, have protected us for centuries. We simply need to rally them. Take this whistle. Our allies know this sound, and you'll be using it to recall them. Before you start gathering creatures, I'd like you to recall a few of our wisps, just for practice. You can find them just outside the fortress among the trees. Use Tessina's whistle to recall 3 feather moon wisps. We also want to go, which we haven't been yet,
What?
and we're going back to Idaho this winter. We will not go then because you have to go up mountain roads, so it won't be very safe, I don't think. There's another town called Silver City that is really a ghost town, but you can stay there. It's like maybe 100 people that live there. And there's a hotel from the 1800s that's still open, and you can sleep there. My father-in-law stayed there and said that he woke up in the middle of the night because he kept hearing sounds, and there was like a woman who was not really there in the hallway, like a ghost. So I don't know. I have goosebumps like just thinking about it, so I don't know how brave I will be, but I want to do it. Report to Sylvia. Good to see you here. Estelan is being difficult. We're going to have to deal with these ogres for Lady Chandris on our own until he decides to deal with us.
On your way.
Alright, we're going to take all these quests. Alright, Estelan the Highborn up in the tower is reclusive. I haven't been able to speak to him very much. He has, however, told me that the ruins of the high wilderness to the south are full of Gorduni ogres. The ogres are not only a threat, they're destroying any forest and wildlife nearby. Estelan has also warned me of what might happen if they discover any artifacts of highborn power among the ruins. Head south, Kita, and slay any Gorduni you find. Kill 16 Gorduni ogres in the high wilderness. Alright. In addition to clearing out the ogres, Estelan mentioned something else about the ogres. He said the ogre warlocks may have some sort of orb or other item of power. He was terse about it but seemed upset. He said there was no way they could be highborn, so I think he wants to know just where they got them. Bring me back one of these orbs. So we're going to collect a Gorduni orb from a Gorduni warlock. And Adela's covert camp. Lady Chandris has already asked for you to assist us further. Adela has struck out to the east among the Woodpaw Knolls and established a foothold south of Camp Mohachi. You are to report to her if you wish to assist Lady Chandris and the Alliance further. Don't stray too close to Camp Mohachi. The Horde will not hesitate to attack. Keep to the south and look for our banners. Alright,
Off you go.
let's do it. Let's run it. Man, I need to charge my phone. One more quest.
Peace be with you. Greetings.
I like being among the Night Elves. So Bestia Moonspear. She was once a priestess, but I've always been a scholar. The chance to learn from the Highborn seemed more valuable than practicing strict ignorance. What's more, of the apprentices here are most of the apprentices here are youths who came of age during the Third War. They need guidance and wisdom. I only wish those who used to call me friend understood. And the Lost Apprentice. Oh. I want to look that up. Pendle Witch Walk. Walking the Witch's Trail. Oh. That looks super interesting. Why is this game freezing? Hold please. Technical difficulties. That's weird. My browser looks like it's gonna shit itself. If you have a moment, Warlock. Yeah, it is. Oh, there we go. Alright. I didn't like me doing that Google search. Very weird. Let's close. I'm gonna close some extra windows here real quick. I have a bunch of windows open. The Lost Apprentice. If you have a moment, Warlock, one of the students I was teaching has gone to explore the Dark Mist ruins to the south by himself. I warned him that it was too dangerous, but he was too excited to listen. I had spoken with him earlier about an amulet that is concealed within those ruins. Now I fear that he may have run off in search of it because of me. Estelin has forbidden us to pursue him. If you go there, could you please look for him? Alright, we're gonna find this guy. So I'm not familiar with the Pendle Witches. So similar to like the Salem witch trials in the United States. I think that's what you're saying.
I'm out of range.
I'm out of range. Rally 3 wisps. Oh. Will we see them? I don't see any wisps.
I need to get closer.
So I think we're gonna have to go to the other spot. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm very curious to know about these Pendle Witches. Stunted Yeti. We don't have that pet. Let's go get it. What do I have for a pet team? Let's capture this guy. Oh, perfect. And he's blue. Are they all blue? I would love that. Hopefully this guy doesn't kill him. I'm going to have to be really careful. I don't want to do a super hard attack. This is the only pet I think I need from this region. Oh goodness. Okay. Oh no. Got him. And now we decimate you. Sweet. New pet. And now we have all the pets here. Okay. So I use this add-on. Some of you are probably familiar with it. All the things. It shows you everything you can do, like... Yeah, see, there's a lot for me to do here. Recipes and all kinds of stuff. pretty awesome. Highly recommend. Thanks to Bloke for telling me about that add-on. Okay, let's go continue questing. There's another wisp. Yeah, I find that stuff fascinating, and it's amazing the type of things that we do as humans to each other that is like obscenely shitty. So if you survived this horrendous walk, if you survived this horrendous walk, you just had to be a witch, right? Just like if they survived the drowning here. Wisps have always lived in harmony with night elves, and we depend on them for many things. These little guys you sent back, for example, will be helping us with some new construction and repairs. Are you ready for more? Hippogriffs are majestic creatures. Some say they were created by Cenarius himself as a gift for the night elves. They're wary of other races, but they're intelligent enough to recognize a friend of a friend. I need more hippogriffs here so we can begin training some of our new archers to ride them. Take the whistle again and rally the Frey Feather hippogriffs in the grove just south of the Tower of Estulon. Use Tessina's whipple and to rally 10 Frey Feather hippogriffs. So, fun fact, if you've been to Harry Potter at Universal, they have that ride for it's basically a hippogriff, and it's a roller coaster, but it's a kid's roller coaster. And my sons and I like to go on there and scream like it's the most terrifying thing in the world and freak everybody out. But it's really like just this basic roller coaster. Frey Feather NPCs. Does this work? It sure does. Kind of an anticlimactic quest, right? Everything doesn't need to be killing and war, right? In a game about war. Oh. He rooted me. Was he attacking me? Oh. How did I not see this dude? Bye. That's funny. That's funny. So I thankfully don't have a ton of meetings today. I've got one right away this morning. It'll probably be short. I have a meeting with, like a one-on-one with my manager. We touch base every other week. She's pretty cool. And then an afternoon one that sometimes gets canceled because, like, if we just have it to talk about it's like a collaborative thing, so if no one has anything, then we just don't have it. Alright, let's go kill some ogres. My poor Blueberry never even gets to touch these guys because they're way beneath me. That's okay. Ooh, that sounds good to me. I really need to get. We've been so bad, and then like I've been kind of half-assing the diet since I came back. Like my breakfast is always on point, but I have just wanted to just eat like garbage. Like that's so I like being able to relax and like it's good and you should do that, but then I have the hardest time getting back into routine. Deal with a lot of cravings, but once I'm in the swing of it for a while, then those cravings go away. So what kind of work do you do? Do you work from home? Tell me when you come back. Pretty interesting that that you can gain experience from gathering stuff, but it's kind of interesting that people still buy these old materials. Follow the path up, run up the stairs. Oh my gosh. These arrows are all crazy. I'm honestly getting more experience from gathering than doing these quests. Oh, how I love this mount. Uh-oh, he's dead. The apprentice's body is cold. He's been dead for a while. Aww.
The loom be with you.
Sensiria. You're looking at me? You can see me? I am chained to this place. It takes so much effort just to speak to you. I can barely maintain this shape. I could help you, but please help me pull myself together first. Once I'm more focused on this plane, I should be able to do it. If I could just leave this tomb, the soil itself outside is full of ancient arcane deposits, laying forgotten for centuries. Could you bring me some? All right. 6 piles of glowing soil, and then ancient suffering. You must be careful when you venture forth. Other spirits are bound to this place, malevolent and hateful ones. They've all suffered so much. None of what they used to be remains, only suffering and a will to live. You will need that will to summon the overlord that keeps me bound here. Please gather the essence of the spirits and bring it back to me. Collect 6 soul essences. What? All right, I need to get rid of... Look at all these quests I have to turn in. Maybe I should go do that. Because I'm going to need more quests. I'm just... Excuse me. Alright, yeah, let's go turn in some of these quests. So... let's go to the garrison real quick. I didn't realize I had so many. close this just for a second. Alright, it's going to take me a minute to get my bearings because I don't remember. Okay. On the Alliance side where some things are. Gorgrund. Let's go there. Go turn in all these quests. While I'm flying, I'm going to go get some more coffee. My legendary coffee mug is empty. I'll be right back. Special guest star, Scout. Oh, now you want out? You want me in here? Shh, stop barking. It's okay. He's not used to me having the office door closed. My mother-in-law's here and she's downstairs sleeping, so I shut the door so I wouldn't bother her. Uh-oh, my phone. So my phone does this thing. I really need to take it in. My phone does this thing where, like, there's just something weird with... Alright, so that quest is done. What else do I need to turn in? I need to go to the Grand. But it...
You bring news?
Here we go. Hello, ADD kicking in. So my phone does this thing where I take a picture and it won't show up, and then, like, if I say I go to send a text or something, the photo selector is black, and certain apps will just hang. So then I have to reboot the phone, and I have to do this several times a day. This is the first iPhone that I've ever really had an issue with. But what was interesting, when we were in Idaho and there was no cell service where we were staying, I didn't have to do it once. Not one time. You're on camera, Scout. Smile. He's so cute. Alright, so just to catch you guys up, I am currently, my quest log is full, so I'm turning in a bunch of quests. So I'm flying to Gorgrund. Let's see if this selfie took. I might have to retake it. I have to say, I miss raiding with my buddy Megacode. Wow, look at all these rares. I need to come back and hunt these, I think. Sorry, it's kind of boring flying, I know. Just looking at Twitter real quick. All right, so I see your thing about the documentary. I'm going to watch that while I work today. The Pendle Witches. That sounds really interesting. Alright, we're here. This is where the bulk of the quests are that I have to turn in, I think. Because I was leveling this character like the traditional way. I just forgot.
Interesting.
Oh, these are all right here. Nice. And you know, this is a good way to make some gold, right? I don't know how people like are always out of gold. Really. So there's, I need to go here. Here. Oh, my ears just popped. Yeah, I definitely recommend if you're going to be doing Loremaster or something like this, make sure to clear your quest log. But I also didn't want to just give up these quests. That's gold. That's free gold. All right, we got to go here. I might have to come back and do some of these other storylines. I didn't even think about using gold to buy the expansion. I bought both the digital and the physical collectors. I'll have to post a picture later. I know I have before. I have every expansion collector, all the way from vanilla. All right, so we've got that. Those are all turned in. Let's abandon. I wish there was a way to say just abandon quests for like a specific zone. Just clean up this quest log real quick. Shadow Moon Valley. We're gonna leave those. Okay, now Jade Forest. We need to go. What would be the easiest way? Probably go to Dalaran. Oh. Oh, this one actually is tough. probably go to Dalaran, take the portal to Stormwind, and then go to Jade Forest from there. So how do you make most of your gold? Do you do the auction house? I'm assuming. I do a lot of auction house stuff. I sell mainly transmog items, bags, pets, and mounts. Alright, not Horde side. I do that all the time in Dalaran when I'm on my Alliance characters. I fly into the Horde zone and then get booted. Jade Forest. No. Where is... There it is. Oh, yeah, I bet. I'm a hoarder too. If you saw my bags, like, I'm always like, man, I need to clean them, but it's a lot.
Greetings, one. Jade servant.
So I keep a separate bank tune.
Hello. Can I help you?
Alright, so those are all done. Shadow Moon Valley, Town Long Steps. Alright, Town Long Steps.
Hello.
That's a long flight.
Made of youth.
Yeah, I do tons of transmog. I need to do that on this server and make some more gold. I had more, but then I took a couple of the tunes and transferred them. So that needs to sort itself out. So anyone notice that on Instagram, lately there's been this bug that every time someone posts a new story, it shows, like, when you go to watch the story, it doesn't show just the new one. You have to watch all the original, like the ones that are on their feed. Sorry, just responding to a friend. Almost there, I think, right? One more zone. I need to get back to collecting some mounts too. I haven't done any mount farms in a while. Yeah, I think I need to position myself better with my professions for Dragonflight too. There's a lot of good opportunity there to make gold when people are leveling or they need gear for raids and stuff. My sister just sent me this Reddit post from the Ask Reddit subreddit, and it says, what would be the worst thing to put into a piñata? I might have to tweet this just because this is hilarious. Let's see what responses I get from people. What would be the worst thing to put into a piñata? And someone answered bees. Absolutely. Can you imagine pissing them off? You hit that thing and they all come chasing after you. It would be really awesome if the Excedrin would kick in. I woke up with like quite the headache today. Oh look, got spammers on Twitter.
It is best to be prepared.
Turn that in. All right.
Be well.
And we need to go to Asuna. So, what's the best way to do this? Feathermoon Stronghold, so that's going to take us to the middle of nowhere. I think we will hark back and continue on our journey. I've gotten rid of plenty. I only have a little bit of time left anyway. Before I gotta get ready for work. Not that there's much to get ready for. I work in 30 minutes. Is there anything cuter than a gnome on a cat? Not a flying cat? Alright, here we go. So yeah, I finished the Desolus quests without you guys. That's why I totally forgot that I did that. I actually would have liked to have been playing a little more in the evening lately, but I've got a couple side projects I need to finish. I've been working on my website. Nearly complete. Well, maybe 3/4. I've got some tweaks to do, but the heavy lifting is done. Alright. Ancient Suffering. Rewound back to this quest. You must be careful when you venture forth. Other spirits are bound to this place. Malevolent and hateful ones. They've all suffered so much. None of what they used to be remains, only suffering and a will to live. We will need that will to summon the overlord that keeps me bound here. Please gather the essence of the spirits and bring it back to me. There we go. We're going to get 6 soul essences. Do I need to use anything on them? No. I guess it's just a chance for a drop. Yep. Here we go. Yeah, I'm almost done with like all the stuff I have to do for this sprint at work, so I guess maybe I will do some C# tutorials today. Maybe some Angular stuff. Sounds like we might be getting into that. I've worked with Angular before, but it's been a bit, several years. Wow, that's kind of a shitty drop rate, huh? 43%. I guess it's not that bad. Good thing I have you guys to keep me company. Oh, I remember collecting those Essence of Undeath. That's complete. Let's see if we can get our last Soul Essence. There we go. Welcome back. Cheese on toast. So do you work from home? What kind of work do you do? It's funny, it's lunchtime and we're just having breakfast. I usually take lunch kind of late, like 1 or 2 o'clock. Okay, have you gathered it? You can feel their anguish, can't you? My poor friends. At least we can use you to fix things. Do you have the soil? I'm having trouble staying together. Hurry. Thank you. I feel much better with just a bit more. The other spirits and I are bound here by a cruel demon named Verinius. He is our captor, a twisted, mindless beast who devours our souls over millennia. The lure of the souls and arcane magic you've brought me should let you draw him out. Take this condensed essence to the dead tree at the far north of the ruins. Use it to lure Verinius and slay him, that I may finally be free. Alright, we go kill that guy. Ah, nice. I promise not to launder any money. So have you seen the show Ozark then? I bet people ask you that. Where's this guy? Ah, you gotta summon him. Okay. I love you, Sinceria, but I must leave here. I will leave to follow Dathramar and the others. The Chandalar have gone too far. To traffic with demons, we're giving ourselves to the corruption. It's too late to stop them. Let me show you their glory. So she's really bad? We've been hoodwinked. I think that's what it seems. It's a really good show. I was pissed at the ending. I'm free, finally. It feels so good to be free. Oh, you saw, didn't you? I feel like she tricked us. I have not watched Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad. I've seen a couple episodes here and there. Yeah, see, she's a demon. I was right. The soft glow from the pedestal brightens, and you can see a simple chain left behind. Is this what the apprentice was searching for? Bring the Dark Mist amulet to Bestia Moonspirit at the Tower of Estilin. Yeah, she was... She's not a good one. I know people really love it, so I feel like I should watch it at some point. We just got done, gosh, we've watched so many shows in the last couple weeks. Finished Peaky Blinders, very excited for the movie. I guess some people were saying that they were not happy with the ending. I'm not going to give it away, but to me, it totally makes sense. Especially you have to listen to the final conversation that Alfie has with Tommy Shelby. I think there's quite a few clues there. And then we just finished the first volume of the final season for Stranger Things. Run down the stairs. I did that. This is like the weirdest. Oh my gosh. I think it wanted me to hearth. This is stupid. Zygor, you have a couple bugs here. Had a feeling because we flew over those quests. I should have looked. Here we go. All right. A properly trained squadron of hippogriff riders can take on nearly any opposing force. Feathermoon's stronghold will be much safer with these noble beasts on our side. Some people think treants are good for a little more than fetching drinks in a war. Most of them haven't seen an entire defensive line scattered by what they thought was cover. And have you ever seen a peon trying to chop one down and get surprised? I was in tears. At any rate, they're immensely valuable allies. You'll find some wandering out just outside the Tower of Estalon and more in the forest to the east, just southeast of Dire Maul. Be on the lookout for the Horde. Okay.
Don't waste my
Gordini
time.
threat. It sounds like there were more than we thought. Thank you for your brave work. With the nearby ogres dealt with, we should take the offensive and press our attack into their territory. The Gordok ogres are the head of the Gorduni clan, ruling them from the ruins, now called Dire Maul. Oh, I love that instance. They are stronger than the lesser Gorduni, but I have no doubt you can handle them, Kita. They won't know what hit them. And the orb, turn that in. Do you have the orb? Of course. Is that it? Let me see. He's right. I haven't been among the Night Elves long, but I can tell these markings are completely unlike any Calderay decorations. Estalon needs to see this. Take this up the tower to him. He may be surly, but don't be dissuaded. Once he sees the orb, he'll realize it's an important issue.
On your way.
Aren't we going to turn in this quest?
Peace be with you.
What is that you're holding? Ah, the orb I mentioned before. A decent reason to disturb me. This is neither a crude ogre trinket nor an ancient relic made by my kind. Its specific construction is new to me, and this fact disturbs me greatly. The Wolf Girl will be sending you to Dire Maul soon to fight the Gordok elite. They are the leaders of the Gorduni and would know who is supplying these. Take the orb back. I've cast a few enchantments on it. Hold it up in front of a weakened Gordok ogre, and once you've captured him, bring it back here. Use the modified soul stone to capture a Gordok ogre. Alright. Here we go. Turn in that quest. You're back and without him. How horrible for someone so young and full of promise to fall to demons. I beg your forgiveness for sending you into danger as well, Kita. I hope you don't cross paths with that demoness again. Oh, we just did Freed. Okay, is there... I need a mailbox. Let's go to the garrison to access the mailbox. I actually gotta hop off here. Just gonna mail some things to my bank alt and then get ready for work. So thank you guys for hanging out with me this morning. I always enjoy the conversation. Definitely gonna check out the Pendleton Witches today once my meeting is over. Let's see. I'm not gonna sell that. That won't be worth it. So one thing I found when you're flipping transmogs, like rings and stuff, just really aren't typically worth that. There we go. I don't know if anyone will buy this stuff, but let's get it out of here, out of my bags. I used to love opening the clam meat to find the pearls. Just clean up these bags here. There we go. I should open these from the 12th anniversary. That's how long this has been in my bag. And this is from the 17th. All right. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. You enjoy your lunch if you haven't finished it already. And